Sohail Inayatullah is the UNESCO Chair in Future Studies. He's famous for having created the Future's technique of causal layered analysis.
When I went to international meetings in my 20s, I noticed the puzzlement and the fatigue and almost despair in meetings. And then what hit me was group one was talking in terms of data. Here are the issues. And when I'm working with Mongolia with WHO, higher rates of gastric cancer. Group two was always causation. What are the causes? What's creating it? Well, type of food, too much stress, not enough time for exercise. And group three were the big philosophers. Well, in 1890s, here's what it looked like. Big picture people. And they said, well, the issue is we were in a socialist economy controlled to a market economy where it's open. Collective responsibility to personal responsibility. And group four were the poets, the storytellers. And they would talk about, neither can nor carrot. It's your choice. Doesn't matter if it's a can or the carrot, it's up to you. That's the metaphor. So I understood, well, here are four ways of seeing reality from the view of data, system, worldview, and story. And I needed a method in terms of organizing data to be able to see it in depth. Once I've done that, I've deconstructed reality. Here's the layers of why is there more gastric cancer or more diabetes. But our role as futurists is always to every problem, there's a solution. What's a better story? So the whole notion is there you have four levels of reality. You go through them and then you come out the other end in terms of transformation. So CLA does that for countries, institutions, domain areas, education, tech, but also what I find more and more is that you've done the external work. Here's a better strategy. In this case, back to Mongolia. So I had the head of numerous hospitals there. She was, okay, here's our possible strategy to reduce gastric cancer, to reduce alcoholism using CLA. And I said, well, but we have to do the inner CLA on you because you're going to be a leader, right? You're the head of the hospital. And she goes, aha, right now I'm the goldfish. I said, what does that mean? She goes, I have short attention span. I have to please surgeons, please the ministry, please nurses, please admin, and please the patients. Goldfish is always pleasing everyone. And of course, I'm getting stressed. And the better story, she said, was the bamboo tree. Flexible, adaptive. The junk goes right through her and she doesn't notice it. And she can focus on what's really important. Why CLA to me works so well, we analyze reality at four levels, come up with solutions at different levels, and ensure the person who's part of the problem also changes.